All right, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at Shira David. Baruch Hashem. It's so good to be back with everybody. Baruch Hashem. I'm sorry I had to go, but okay, whatever. These are things we have to do. Thank you very, very much. Okay, and we always learn for the well-being of Adiyah Chayalim, all of them, wherever they are. Hashem should protect them, and then we have the Pitzuam on the injured soldiers. Don't forget those guys. So many. It's fascinating. People. We just worry about the chatufim, right? When they're special. But what about all the injured soldiers? How many of them? Their lives will change and everything.
Also the widows and the orphans.
And the widows and the orphans. Hashem should help us all. This is the month of Geula, right? We know that we learn all the Geula comes out of Mitzrayim, right? The whole same way we went out of Mitzrayim. That's what we learn the Geula. We're in the Parshas Nasi. Every day we're reading the Parshas Nasi. Today is not the Shevet of Shimon, right? You ask people. People always know that when it comes to Chodesh Nisan, we don't say Tachnan. We don't say Tachnan, right? But if you ask them why, they have no idea. I don't know, Shulchan Aruch, we don't say Tachnan. I don't know why, I don't know. Who cares why? But you have to understand, if you're not saying Tachnan, why are you not saying Tachnan? And what's going on? So if you understand really that really when it came to the 23rd of Adar, right, where Moshe Rabbeinu was doing his avoda, and he was setting up the Mishkan, and he did the avoda during the day, and he broke down the Mishkan every day, 7 days consecutively. He was the Kohen, right? He was the Kohen Gadol at that time for those 7 days. Moshe Rabbeinu was the Kohen Gadol, and then when it came to Rosh Chodesh Nisan, that was the grand opening of the Mishkan, right? That was the grand opening of the Mishkan. It was an amazing, amazing simcha for Klal Yisrael because we had lost all the light. We had lost everything from the Chet HaEgel, right? And then when we saw the Mishkan and we saw the Anania Kovet came back to the Mishkan, we saw that Hashem accepted us again. It was a great simcha. And then for 12 days, right, we had each Shevet brought a special karbanos that were brought each day by their Nasi, right? Their representative was the Nasi of the Shevet, I guess the president of the Shevet, right? Nasi, the president of the Shevet, right? And so now, every day, it's a beautiful thing. It's brought down from the Arizal. It's also brought in Shulchan Aruch to say the Parshas Nasi. Right? Many shuls, what they do is after they finish davening, they take out a Sefer Torah, and they read the Parshas Nasi. I wouldn't ask to do that over here. I mean, I'm scared of people here, but okay. but it's a well-known thing. But at least to read the Parsha Nasi now. So if you understand it like this now, so if you do the first 12 days, right, and you're reading the Parshas Nasi, and then you have the days getting ready for Pesach, right? Where we took the Korban Pesach 4 days before, right? We watched the Korban Pesach, right? There was Mesiras Nefesh, right? And then we had Erev Pesach, which was the Chag Pesach. Right, the Torah refers to the 14th as the Chag Pesach, right? Pesach is known as Chag HaMatzos, right? The Chag HaPesach, that's the 14th, right? Then we have Pesach. So if you take the days all together, you have most of the month, you're not saying Tachnan because of these special days. So therefore we don't say Tachnan. But if you don't have anything to do with Parshas Nasi, and you don't understand the special things of the 4 days, and you don't understand Erev Pesach, so then you should be saying Tachnan.
The thing I know is that the Yud Gimel is missing because it's not consecutive.
Yeah.
I said that the reason that Yud Gimel was also included in the count is because that was the Nasi Achira Ben Einan.
Yeah. This is so many beautiful things under. Yeah.
So that day's also.
Yeah.
Weren't they making the menorah in this time frame too?
No, it was all made. It was all done. It was all done. Okay, so let's learn now. We're in Likutey Halachos, Hilchos Beis Hakneset, Halacha Vav. Where's that? Halacha Vav, and we're in Tes 9. So 6, 9. Okay, so we're learning all the laws about the Beis Hakneset, how special it is. So let's see what the Rebbe says today. So Nimsa, Sheikah Binyan Beis Hakneset, the Beis Hamedrash, Hu B'Shvil Riboy Kvoda Yizbarach. The whole point of building a Beis Hakneset, and we said the Kedusha of the Beis Hakneset is not as high as the Kedusha of the Beis Medrash, because the Beis Medrash you learn, that's where you spend your time, V'gisu b'yoyim v'layla, you're learning in the Beis Medrash, right? And you can also daven in the Beis Medrash. The Beis Hakneset is very special. And why do we build our shuls? For Kvod Shemayim. It's all about the covet of Hashem, the glory of Hashem. Where people get carried away. They build a Beis Knesset and they want to have their name on there, and they did this and that, right? You have to put the plaques up. It's very important to have the name. Right? It's very important, right? Very, very important, right? But really, we miss the point, and people think it's about their honor. I put the money in, it's about theirs, but it's not. It's really the honor of Kvod Shemayim. It's all about Hashem's covet. Well, we're going to see. You're going to see what he says. Because when you have all of the people come together, right, and then you create those exponential numbers, right? When you add people in, right? We learned that idea, the riboy batim. It's called the riboy batim, right? When you increase the people, okay. But al kein tzrichen lizor mioid the batei kinesias, the batei midrashos levatel kvoid atzmai legamri. So when you come to the shul, it's not about my honor; it's about the honor of Hashem. Right? People get a little bent out of shape. Right? You know, there's a halach in Shulchan Aruch. You're supposed to have a makom kavua. Right? There's halach in shul. Yeah, you're supposed to have a designated place where you daven. Right? There's a discussion in Shulchan Aruch that you have to have the special place for Shachris, Mincha, Ma'ariv. If you daven different places, whatever. Either way, but you're supposed to have a special place. But one thing that you don't, the Shulchan Aruch also says, you can be anywhere within your Dalet Amas. Makom kavua is anywhere within your Dalet Amas. So it's either 6 feet circumference or 8 feet, whatever you want to hold Dalet Amas is, and then you're still considered in your Makom Kavua, right? But people get, hey, this is my sheet, right? What's the difference? So the guy's sitting there, you came late, so the guy's sitting there, so sit in the next seat. What's the big deal? Right? But it's all about covet, and people do that but they say, but that's the halacha. This is the halacha. Right? This is the halacha. I have to sit in my seat.
I think there's a reason for it, because someone sat in my seat the other day.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Did you kick him out?
No, I sat somewhere else, and the message was, Mordechai, you got to be comfortable in anywhere, not just one place.
No, but Mordechai, the thing is, if you move over to the next seat, or you sit in the next bench, you're still in the same, that's considered your place. It's still your place. It's not like you're not in your place. You didn't do anything wrong. On the contrary, that now you honored the other person to sit in your place. You're hosting him. You're hosting the person. Wonderful. All right, anyway. Rak laharba is kavod hamokaim v'chol ha'oiskim b'binyan beis hakneset v'beis hamedrash v'kiyumai. Anyone that builds a Beis Hakneset, the Beis Medrash, or funds the Beis Hakneset, the Beis Medrash, and helps keep it up, the upkeep of the Beis Hakneset, right? People forget about that, right? You built the building, but now, building needs constant maintenance. You need maintenance. It needs kiyuma. It needs to be, you need to maintain it. Lahafsik hatzochonis, the Beis Hakneset, the Beis Medrash, v'chein kol hanichnosim, the Beis Hakneset, Beis Medrash, sheheim ikar kedushas Beis Hakneset u'Beis Medrash. The main point of the Beis Hakneset is not the building itself. It's the fact that the people come in, the holy people come in, and we all daven together as one, and we all turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's the next. You want to say something, Yossi?
It touches a little bit on this. It just hit me personally.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
My father, when I was younger, one of the highest honors on Yom Kippur, in terms of like the money they would do, bidding, was Mafter Yonah.
Okay.
That was considered. My impression as a kid.
That was it.
My impression as a kid was this was the highest honored kavod position. Now I didn't get the impression it was honor for Hashem or honor for Yonah. I mean, maybe it was. I'm just telling my own impression. I felt that the individual going up there was honorable, and the guy that used to get it would. Sometimes my father got it, which was like he wanted it, but then someone else would come along. Outbid, had too much honor. I couldn't do it. When I was younger and I made a little bit of money, I said I'm gonna I'm gonna get this back in the Slauson hands. This honor. Now I didn't care, and then it was going to my old shul. Couldn't care less about the shul where it was going. It wasn't. I don't care about Yonah per se, but I know. So I would have to call, but I wasn't going to be that. I had to call people in this synagogue to say, here's how much I'm going to give. I'm going to give you double whatever that other guy was buying it for.
You fixed the bid.
And
he called all. He knew all the players. He fixed.
To do this to create a situation. Now I'm doing Kibbut Avim.
Right.
I'm Yom Kippur. It doesn't get any better. But I have to tell you, Yas, it might not be as holy. No, because when
it was, but you were doing it to honor your mother and father. That's what you were doing. No, I understand. But no, Yossi, but your intentions were pure, right? When you were doing that, were your intentions pure? You're trying to get the honor for your father.
Honor, yeah.
But you want to get the honor for your father, and that's your mitzvah to honor your father.
It wasn't for your own.
You didn't do it for you. You did it for your father's honor. You did it to honor your father. Kabed es avicha v'yeser. What does kabed mean?
Yeah, honor. That was.
There it is. So that were you doing that? Were you doing that? So that's what you were doing. Okay.
But interesting. I mean, you can. And
No,
the guy fixes the shul. Do you like sitting now at a nice table? Do you like those chairs?
Yeah.
Do you appreciate having everything here like that? Does that help you? The guy maybe did it, which is, I want my name, I want, he whatever, he has his own honor personally that makes him feel important by participating.
He feels good that he's doing something in order to bring more Kvod Shemayim. That's the whole point.
No, but who's causing spiritual damage? A guy that's involved.
That comes and he wants to cover for himself. Because you're taking the covet from Hashem. Right? Hashem says he doesn't like a Baal Gaiva, right? Hashem said, if you have a Baal Gaiva, Kodesh Baruch Hu doesn't say there's no room for me in the Baal Gaiva. Remember, right? Right? Why? Because again, it's all about Hashem's covet. And then they say in Shemaim, who's this guy that's trying to take this covet? It's really the covet belongs to Hashem. Why are you taking the covet?
What do you want to say, Elio?
You say if the fellow's doing it because he wants everybody in the room to stand up and go, ooh, look at him. That's not the way.
That's a net negative.
That's damaging. That's what's damaging.
It depends how you have two people that say they have your side on the same day. They both want to be the chazan.
Right.
Says, no, I don't need the cover. It's for my father. That's what they say. But you know what? If you would be Mavater, if you would give it to the other guy, that would be more of an honor for his father.
Yeah, but that's connected to the parsha this week, right? By Yikra. Right, we have the small aleph. Right, we have the small aleph. So the question is always asked is, if you go back to Parshas Yisro, Hashem calls Moshe Rabbeinu 2 times. Vayikra Hashem el Moshe, right? 2 times. Tell him goes up to the mountain. So how come over there it's written Vayikra with a regular aleph? Oh, but here it's written with a small aleph. So the answer to that is it's very simple. When you have covet, if you want covet in the public, and if you want to be humble in public, that's really honor. Like Rav Shalom was saying, right? That's honor. When you're doing something in Bitsina, right? Like the guy that's cleaning the shul, the guy that's doing his thing, he's doing it Bitsina, he's doing it privately. That's covet of Hashem. You understand? That's where your humility really stands. You understand? So that's why when it came to Har Sinai, everyone heard Hashem call to Moshe. Everyone heard Hashem calling Moshe to go up to the mountain. So Moshe can't be humble in that case. Everyone hears it. But in this case, Rashi tells us that Hashem spoke to Moshe in the Oyel Ma'id. No one else heard it. No one else. If you look at the Rashi says, the Balatur brings it, that no one heard this voice. This voice was only directed to Moshe. He heard it. So Moshe Rabbeinu wanted to write instead Vayikar. He didn't want to put the aleph in. He wanted it to be like Vayikar, the same lesson that Hashem used by Bilam. Vayikar happened. It's a mikra. It just happened. Hashem came upon. That's what he wanted. Now Hashem said to him, no. I want you to write Vayikra because you really did do this in the right way. And you were humble. So Moshe Rabbeinu made a deal with Hashem. Okay, fine. I'll write the Aleph but I'll make a little aleph. I'll make a little aleph. And Hashem said, okay. And then the Svarim say that Moshe Rabbeinu took that extra ink and he put that on his forehead. And that's where he got the Keren Or. He got that special light from that the little bit of joy, that little ink that he put on his forehead. That's where he went either way. But the whole point that we're learning over here, see, everything is always connected to the Parsha. Isn't it amazing? Whatever you learn, it's always connected to the Parsha. It's amazing.
I heard one time, this is true, I never checked it out, but the Gola Amukot, the Gola Amukos, he has 316 explanations as why is this small olive.
Yeah, this.
And that's the gematria of Hayakar.
Yeah. Okay. There's so much Torah written on, it's unbelievable. But I just brought you one. We can do many more. But okay, let's stick to what we're learning. Okay, so the main point is you want to give kavod to Hashem, not take kavod for oneself, right? And we honor the people that are in the shul, right? Honor people, because by you doing that, we're banim atem laHashem elokechem, right? We're Hashem's children. We're all princes, right? So if you honor another Jew, you're honoring a prince. Right? Okay. Shekulam giu kavanosam chas v'sholem b'shvil kvoid atzman. Don't do things for your own glory. Rak b'shvil kvoid hamakim baruch hu. Rather, do whatever you're doing, especially pertaining to a shul and Beit Medrash, you want to do it in a way that you're honoring HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ki ikra atikon ayedei hakavoid. The main tikkun that we can make is when we get people together, right? Bring people together to come into the shul. You make all the different tikkunim like we all learned about, right? So the main thing is you want to make the place a friendly place where people want to come in, because we know the cloud, Beroiv Am Hadras Melech, right? Beroiv Am Hadras Melech, the more people you have shows more glory to the king. Correct? So if you have a friendly place where people feel welcome to come in, you have more people coming in, everyone is coming together, and they feel warm and they're all turning to Hashem, this is the greatest honor. You make the greatest tikkunim. Anyone that builds a base medrash, he funds the base medrash. He funds the kiyum of the base medrash, right? And whatever maintenance or whatever cleaning, whatever has to be done to keep it in its proper maintenance, right? In its proper honor. Oy kol elu hanichnosim lebeis hamedrash v'kavanosei b'shvil atzmai b'shvil kvoidei chas v'shalom hu paigei me'oid. That's a very, very big pagam, right? So a person comes in the base medrash and he wants to honor himself. Right, he goes, buys the fanciest suit, and he comes in, he has the fanciest talis, and he puts an atara on, they put the silver thing on with 12 lines, he needs to have honor for himself, right? They have the rows, right? So some guys have 3 rows and 4 rows and 5 rows and 6, right? This guy takes 12, right? He needs for the 12 shvatim, right? Whatever, this is what we're learning. It's all about the kvod shemayim, and you shouldn't be doing things. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows what our true intentions are, right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows our true intentions, right? So if somebody feels that he can buy a better suit and he's going to feel better to daven better because he has more covet that he's bringing for Shabbos and this, so then that's okay. But again, it all depends on the individual, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows what's going on in the person and his intention. You want to say something, Eli?
Yeah, I have a question. You can tell me if I'm completely out of the box on this. I feel there's a hint here to Shviras HaKelim.
Yeah.
And a repair of Shviras HaKelim.
Yeah.
Because you're saying Ikar HaTikun.
Yeah.
And Kibbutz Nefashos, yeah?
Okay. Yeah. It's all about repairing the kelim. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Befrat kishebayim chas v'shalom l'klal machloikis ayedei redifas hakovod shel kol echad ve'echad. Right, and specifically, if you come to a machlokes about honoring one over the other one, right? Shekol echad writes shehu yiyeh meroshei hakruyim l'sefer Torah. Right, this guy wants I want to be called up to the sefer, right? V'yala l'shishi, right? He needs shishi, shlishi, or shishi, right? All the where that's the covet. What the guy gave me revi? What this guy gave me revi? What is this? I'm supposed to get shishi, right? You know, that kind of stuff. Kemotzei harbe kol zeba v'neseinu rabim. All that comes because of our averis, right? Because we're not trying to connect to Hashem. So we have when you don't think of Hashem, look, Shulchan Aruch begins. Shivisi Hashem l'negdi summit. Right? That's the first thing in Shulchan Aruch. Because that's the you need that to understand anything, any halacha. It's all about Shivisi Hashem l'negdi summit. So if Hashem is with me all the time, and then I'm not realizing that, so then I can fall to all these things, the smallness.
My first year of marriage in Cleveland, I was called up for an aliyah. I went to an old Marmor shul. All these guys were great, incredible old Holocaust survivors. And they called me up for Shlishi. I have no idea. I go up and I have the Aliyah. And then they called this other guy, this older guy. And while I'm up there at the Aliyah, what are you doing giving me Revi? How could that be? What's this cruise? And I have no idea I never even knew there was a pecking order. I never such a thing.
Yeah.
But really, to allow
Rabbi Nachman's Aliyah was the fourth Aliyah. He always took Revi.
Interesting.
That was his
So how do you
Aliyah.
explain that?
He took Revi.
This guy went bananas on
Okay. Kemotzei harbe kol zeba v'neseinu rabim mikol shekein v'kol shekein k'shecholkim al yirei Hashem hamitim hanimsoyim b'chol beis hamedrash. Right? Especially if you're arguing with those that are doing the right thing in the Beis Medrash. Hachoysim misyagim lispalel b'kavona ad shemuchrochem lagbiya koilem lo'ira kavona. Right? So we know the main thing is you daven with kavona, right? How do you daven with kavona? So we learned you say the words. Say the words, read the words. Don't scan the words. Say the words, and then Rabbi Nachman says, listen to what you're saying. Listen to your words. That'll be ma'ayir the kavanah. Wow, I just said that. Wow, look what I just said, right? I just said, wow. Hashem yimloich li'olam vod. Wow, I just said that. It came out of my mouth. Listen to what you're saying. That'll bring the kavanah up right away. So now, a person's doing that, and he's davening, and he's saying the words, V'sharam loy dai she'ena miyagim atzmam b'zel ispala b'kavana v'heim tirdim b'machshava b'shas atfila b'chol minei shtusim u'b'bolim shelahem. Right? You have these other guys there. He's thinking about he has to go shopping and he has this investment. He's thinking about he has to call this guy and he has to go to this place. Right? What am I going to eat for breakfast? What am I going to have for lunch today? Right? He's thinking about all this stuff, right?
He didn't have a smartphone even.
Right, Ma'asav Amatan, right? Or he's thinking about his business, right? Whatever he has to do. He's thinking, I have to call this customer, I got to call this customer, right, okay, right? Kasher heim yoidim benafshan, af gam heim choykrim shina. Right? Shinam v'goyrim al mizyagim lispala b'kavana v'bal b'moisam min hakavana. And they're bothering the other guys. They're saying, what are you making all this noise? Right? They're sitting there trying to think. He's trying to think of all his things. And this guy is sitting there and he's davening, he's saying the words, and he's disturbing his mother.
It's not so sad. I really feel like Hashem sent this. I actually literally had yesterday an individual like this who and this is me, and I'm a Breslover, so to speak. Maybe not. And I go into the shul, and this guy, he says all these words like this.
He's saying the words. When
he's saying, he's davening
with. He's saying the words
out loud the way. He's davening like that. And it was. I didn't say anything, but it was like disturbing to me. Yes, I'm always.
It's okay.
And now I feel better. Like I feel like okay. I feel like I did too. Like oh my gosh, I have such love for this person that he's able to be so.
He's saying the words,
passionate,
right?
And it's just like a barometer of you need to check in a little bit.
This happened to me many. I'm telling you, this happened to me many times.
You got disturbed?
No. I'm trying to daven, and the guys are trying to say, shh, shh. What are you making so much noise? Shh, shh.
Everybody grows up in a different environment. So what's disturbing to you, it's disturbing to you.
No, and then I'm talking about I was in nice places, like nice places to daven, and there's a guy sitting there. He's going, shh, shh.
Right.
Okay, listen. Yeah.
Well, theoretically,
Want to say something, David?
Were you the only one davening that way?
I
You remember?
don't know. When I'm davening, I'm not paying attention to what the other guys are doing. I don't. Right.
I'm just curious.
No, and sometimes you're davening, you say the words, and other people start to say the words too. You ever see that sometimes? You're saying the words, and then other people start to pipe up also.
Yeah.
Which is great.
So I was in a Sephardi shul.
Yeah. Well, there people say the
They
words.
say
They
it
say the
out
words. Yeah.
loud,
They say the
whole
words.
youth
Yeah.
service.
Yes.
The whole service in unison.
Yes.
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 Beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But
We learned that. I think we touched that on Shulchan Aruch. That
Yeah.
One should try to follow like what the shul. You don't start like Carlin style, davening in church.
Wait. Okay. Yeah, Karlin davening is very. We're talking about the guy just saying the words. We're not talking about the guy screaming.
Yeah.
The Karlin is they scream. They scream. Yeah, I used to daven in one time when I was working in camp. I used to get up early in the morning, and I had to get upstate, so I would stop in Muncie. I would daven by Karlin. Wow, it's amazing. Amazing. Karlin Stalin, wow, those guys are amazing. They're amazing. There's a fire there. Wow, it's amazing. Okay. And these guys are discussing their politics, or they're discussing their investments, they're discussing sports, whatever is going on during tefillah. During Tefillah, Shemay Esrei, during Kriyas HaTorah, we learned how to do all the laws about Kriyas HaTorah. And they're disturbing the Tefillah. V'oid heim mechatzvim pineim v'oimim she'ilu hayireim ha'magbiyim koilim b'tefillah heim mebalbelin oisam. Those guys that are davening, they're bothering them. Fascinating. Look, Rav Nassim knew. You see that it was back then too. See, Rav Nassim wrote this 200 years. It was the same thing. History doesn't. History always continues. Those are the people that are actually destroying the Beit Knesset, the Beit Midrashos. I mean, if you want to know that it's written in many of the Svarim that many times you see it as a shul, and then you see the shul is no more a shul, right? You see, sometimes you've seen that, right? We've all seen that, right? If you drive through, if you're ever in New York and you drive through East New York, Brownsville, right? These areas, you'll find these old shul buildings, and today they're a church. You'll see many. You see the windows are there. They didn't change that. Why? So the Chassam Sofer says it's very simple. The Chassam Sofer brings us down. He says because people are not honoring the shul, and therefore they're destroying the shul. They mamish destroy the shul. They're talking in the shul. They're not honoring the shul. They're mamish destroying the shul, and you see it. You see it. So we have to understand that it's a very important thing. When we're davening, we have to daven. You want to discuss things with your friend later? So, okay, go have breakfast, go get a coffee, whatever, and discuss what you want. But why do you have to do that in shul? Right? That's causing a big damage. Okay, Valkein.
Shulchan Aruch says, how does it go?
This is big problem. Yeah. Valkein, like kol batei kinesias, the batei midrashim shavim. Therefore, all shuls and all batei midrashim, they're not equal. They all want to say we're all shuls, we're all equal. We're not all equal. V'loi kol ha'iskim b'binyanim v'tikunam v'kiyumam u'v'chenisasam l'sham shavim. And the people building and those that are upkeeping the shuls, they're not all equal. Right? Some are doing it the right way, some are doing it, and they're doing it with the right intentions, and others are doing it for their own, they have their own personal motives, right? Ki yesh shehem bichlal mechavei beis Hakneset, beis Medrash, ki ikar churban beis Hamikdash haya al yedei sinas chinam. Because the whole point that the Beis HaMikdash was destroyed, why? Because of sinas chinam, baseless hatred. Baseless hatred. So here there's a guy davening in shul, right? And he's trying to daven, and the other guy is disturbing. The other guy is trying to sleep, right? And sometimes you have that too, right? Sometimes they're trying to sleep, right? The guy's taking a nap, right? And he's talking, he's waking him up. It creates sinas chinam, right? Sinas chinam.
All for the sake of how to serve and bring glory to Hashem better.
That's what we're supposed to be
What
doing.
if he's the guy? This guy's bringing glory to Hashem, davening up a storm, doing tefillah, which is the highest order
Yeah.
of connecting. It's bringing a carbon, and the other guy, his own brother,
Yeah.
is saying, "Yeah, what if he's Zion?
What am I saying? You're making all this
You're
noise.
making all this noise."
There you go.
Dude,
Unbelievable, right? This rabbi day redifas hakavod shel kol echad. Give al yedei zeh kol arichus hagolos kamei shekosam hakmachar b'toiva ani Hashem hu shemi aval stam Yisrael k'sheivim rubam kavanosam l'toiva. But most Jews, they're kavanos l'toiva, right? Most Jews want to do the right thing. They're trying to connect to Hashem. Right, we get up in the morning, we go daven, we do what we're trying to do. We're trying to do the right thing. Most people were trying to do the right thing. Okay, that's what the Rebbe is saying here. Ach, b'v'neseinu harabim yesh b'tei k'nesiyos l'roh mamish. V'heim elu shenischatchu achshav hamokim yirachim b'frat oisan hanishmoyim mirachoik reicham haroh shepoku ol legamrim. Rebbe Noson's writing here about the conservative and the Reformed, right? These kind of places, of course, they just discharge everything. Ashehem ba'atzma meidin sha'adayin loy hoisa kazois rak zeh kemay esrim shana shenischatchav nekroyim kircha, right? Like a kircha is actually a church. A kircha is a church, right? What? Yeah. Asher gam roiv malchayim golu me'osu me'bahem kasher kvar nitfas goydel harash hanaseh ad sheroiv harabonim hakesherim polu eitzel hasorim la'akay v'batam oy la'oznam oy well. Okay, listen. This is what was going on at the time. At the time when Reb Nosson was writing this, the Enlightened movement was running rampant. Right, he was really writing this against the Enlightened movement. We know that Rabbi Nachman went to Uman originally to speak to the leaders, the lay leaders of the Enlightened movement were in Uman, and he went to talk to them to try to work things out. We don't know exactly what happened with that, but that was what was going on at the time. Right, it was a very big problem. You had the Enlightened, right? We all know about the Enlightened movement, right? Unfortunately, and what it caused, and it's still causing damage today. I mean, they say now the intermarriage rate in America is up to 90%. That's what it did. That's not a churban. Then what is a churban? 90%. That means out of every 10 Jews get married out of the faith. Is that amazing? 90%. Yeah, it's there's a bigger Holocaust going on now than even when in Hitler's time, Yamach Shemam. Okay. Va'al kol eilu habati kinesiyas l'ra nemar ma shekosa b'zayir kodosh shehem b'chlal b'nei migdal. Right, they did like the Dara Fluga. They were trying to build that big building, right? They were trying to wage the war of Hashem. So these guys that are building these shuls, and what they're doing for the name of Hashem. Right? Yeah, they're doing it for the name of Hashem, right? Ki kol b'nei hamigdal hayu kaifrim be'emunas chiddush ha'olam, because all of these people they are kaifer in the idea of chiddush ha'olam, right? That's the main emunah. Reb Nosson told us many times to remember that the world is always new. Hamachadesh betuvay b'chol yom tamid maseh bereishis, right? We say it every day, right? Every day we're new, and they say no, it's the same old thing. It's the same old. Nothing changes. Yes, people, how are you? How are things? The same old. That's not true. That's kfira. It's always new. It's always new. Chiddush olam. Shesham hayu kol to usayim asher gam ata kol ha'koifrim ha'gedolim nikroyim al shemam. Okay, kayadu. Okay, very good. That's enough we said about that. Okay, but we all know about the damage that all of this happened. When Rav Nosson was writing it, it was just starting. Right, it was the beginning of an Haskalah, right? But he obviously saw what was going on, and he obviously understood already where it was going to take it. Al Kenamru Harbe Habon Nivne Lanu Ir Migdal Biroishe Bashemayim. What did they say to Dara Flaga? We're going to go build a tower, right? We're going to go build a tower, and it's the top of the tower is going to be in Shemayim. We're going to wage war with Hashem. You believe that, right? They were going to build a tower. Amazing. Kiheim Hepech Mikol Tikkunim. They were the opposite of all the Tikkunim, right? They were supposed to make Tikkunim, right? The Dara Flaga was supposed to make Tikkunim, but instead they went and they made a fight. These same people today, they're supposed to be making the Tikkunim. We're all here to make Tikkunim, and instead they're doing what they're doing.
On Hashem.
Take on
That's
Hashem.
what they're trying to do.
That's what they were trying to do.
And that's what they're still trying to do.
Exactly. But it's an amazing thing that Rashi explains over there that HaKadosh Baruch Hu liked the fact that they had achdus.
Yeah.
They all had achdus, so they didn't get punished. They didn't get punished. Hashem didn't wipe them out. The Dara Mabel, he wiped them out, right? There was no achdus, right? But over here by the Dara Flaga, they all were unison. You see that? So HaKadosh Baruch Hu changed their lashon, right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu changed, and that's where the 70 languages came from. Right? They were all working together for this thing to wage war with Hashem. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu still appreciate that. Isn't that amazing? He wants us to have achdus. Okay. Shal yedei zeh zoichen le'amunas chidash olam ki hei ma'imrim hava nivne lanu ir ki et zeh lu'uma zeh. They were going to make a battle. They were going to go zeh lu'uma zeh. Right? We're going to fight with Hashem. It seems so silly, but because we understand, right? Now we understand now. But when they were doing it, they really felt that they would accomplish it, right? They really felt that they would accomplish it.
Well, Avodah Zorah was real then.
Yeah.
I mean, was a real guy. What was a real temptation then? So.
That wasn't even Avodah Zorah.
No, but that was.
They were building. They wanted to wage war with Hashem. Unbelievable.
But like he's making the comparison to what he's seeing in front of his eyes.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
We're living in front of another Dora Flaga.
They're doing it
These guys are
again.
taking
They're building
on-
these towers.
They're taking you on. They're using the government. It's how the whole thing's gonna. He's watching this happen. He doesn't know where it's gonna go, but he sees that this is happening. It's an insight into almost like the Rebbe, the Alter Rebbe.
Yeah.
During the time of like also like when this was coming out, the Enlightenment.
Yeah.
Which again makes sense. I mean, be a little more a little bit more light, a little bit more sanity, law, order, intellectual discussion. We could sit around a book.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's the derech you would think you'd go on. Each
Right.
person has their own.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, that's dangerous. Those are the guys that are Dora Flaga looking to take on Hashem.
That's
and
what they're
bring
trying
it
to
down.
do.
I'll stay with the czar.
And what
I'll
happened?
stay with the czar and let him squeeze me,
And-
and I'll suffer. I won't eat, but at least.
What happened to the two tallest buildings in our generation?
Yeah. Right, the World Trade Center, right? Two tallest.
Not just the tallest, but the trade centers.
The Trade Center, the World Trade Center. It's
Money.
called the World Trade
Worshipping money.
Center.
Worshipping money.
Huh? Yeah.
Many records actually on the Jews
You what?
gave
I don't have
lives
an answer.
who were fighting
Right.
for the Tsar.
That's right. Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
Their lives and families, when
Right.
I've read it.
No, well, the Balatanya thought there was he had Napoleon fighting at that time, and he felt that he saw if Napoleon's going to win, there'll be too much freedom, and freedom is going to lead us to sin. So he said, we'd rather take this. We know at least we know what we have.
There's Russian records.
Yeah.
History
Yeah.
how Jews gave lives,
Yeah.
for fighting for the Tsar
Yeah,
against Napoleon.
that's okay. Listen, we don't understand the ways of the tzaddikim, and the Balatanya obviously knew what he was doing, right? He knew what he was doing. Sheroitzim liskabetz livnois ir mibotim royim shelahem mibnei das roy shelahem ad sheroitzim lasais migdol v'roishay shemayim livnois binyan gavoya medeyas roy shelahem. They want to build in there. Those are their wicked ideas. They're evil ideas. That's what he's comparing it to the tower. Right? Ad sheyagia roishay b'shemayim l'moyrid neged hamokim, to go against HaKadosh Baruch Hu. L'hapech hakara al piachas v'shalom lichba be'ik. Okay. Shekosav ahi kol ha'oretz sofa echas udvarim achodim. Uperish Rashi. Udvarim chodim amru shekol zehu bechinas kfiros bechidish oilam kemuvan lemaskil. So we understand really the whole point was there. Again, the Rebbe keeps teaching us this idea of Chiddush Ha'olam. We have to understand that Chiddush Ha'olam is really the most important thing. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is always renewing the world. Ki bevadei lo hayu mishugayim betipshim gemurim. Shomer sheyasu milchamim ambayis baruch Hu. They weren't foolish. They weren't fools. These were not foolish people. Right, that they're going to say we'll make a war with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Rak kol kavanasam ayu sheyasu milchama b'dei Yisayim haroi sheyivnu sham. But it was all with their ideas, their warped ideas. It was all the warped ideas. Keneged adeyas hamitus shel amunas chiddush ha'olam she'em machnisim v'koivim b'leiv kol echad yediyas elikusa yizbarach, to bring into every Jewish heart the ideas of Hashem. That's what it's all about. When you believe in Chiddush Ha'olam, that no matter what you did before, today I can start again, and today I can be I'm a different person. Yes, no one's saying that you don't have to make good. You have to do tshuva on all of the things, but you can always start again. It's all about Chiddush Ha'olam. And they wanted this. They don't want the Shekhinah to be down here. They want to remove the Shekhinah from down here. Shelo yizocher chas v'sholom shem Hashem oid shezeh kol pnimis kavanasam hara shel bnei hamigdol shehayas. That was the whole idea. They didn't want Hashem's name in the world. Eradicate Hashem from the world. But the whole point of the world is kvod shemayim. The whole point of the world is a covenant of Hashem. V'shel hakoifim shel achshav heim gam kein v'bechinas bnei migdol. They want to remove HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Al Kain Amru, V'naseh lanu shem, make for us a name. They said, make for us a name. It's not the name of Hashem. Make for us the name. We want the name. Ki roitzin lahamshech Hashem v'hakovod la'atzmai. They wanted to take the shame and the cover for themselves. So Rav Nosson is teaching us over here, when a person comes to the shul and he tries to bring the covet for himself, he's no different. It's really the same thing as making the comparison from the Dara Flaga when they were building that building and they were trying to make a shame for themselves. It's the same idea. Unbelievable. Lamsech Hashem ba'akoved la'atzmai ki heim plegnim ba'Hashem Hashem shu b'chinas kavod yizbarach k'moshe kosav avo shem kavoday li'olam. Right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name is li'olam, for all eternity. And that's what we always have to remember. So we're saying that we have to realize the honor of the Beit Hakneset, the Beit Medrash, right? That's how we started. And we have to make sure that we always bring more covet to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. How do you bring covet to HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Making the Beit Hakneset a warm place where more people will come in and turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and realize the idea of Chiddush Ha'olam. Right? Chiddush Ha'olam, that the world is always renewing. Everything is always new, and we can always change from where we are. And I think this is a very, very important lesson to realize that it's all about the covenant of Hashem. Right? We understand that now? Right? It's all about the covenant of Hashem. It's not about our own glory. It's not about our own honor. And again, it's only Hashem knows. Hashem knows what a person's true intentions are. Right? A person, some people do things, it may look like it's honor to, whatever, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows the true intentions of each individual. Okay, so that's what we learned that for today, and the Mitzvah Hashem will do Yud tomorrow, okay? Let's see, Kids Shulchan Aruch, I have to remember where we're up to. I have a different picture, look at this, what happened to my other, someone took my, here's my Kids Shulchan Aruch, here, this is the one.
She got to chapter 17, number 5 is what I have.
16:4.
17:5.
16:4. No, that makes sense. 16:4 makes sense. 16:4, yeah. We were learning. Okay, so we're learning in Kitzur the Dine Hafsakos B'Birchas Kriya Shema itself. right? So when you're saying the brachas of Kriya Shema, right? That's after Psukei de Zimra, okay? So if you're in the Birchas Kriya Shema, or you're in Kriya Shema, and then because either you fell behind, or they were davening fast, or you came in a little bit later, whatever the case was. So the Shliach Tzibur is up to doing something else, right? The Shliach Tzibur, they went past, they're ahead of you, and now it comes to Kedusha, right? So we learn, when it comes to Kedusha, if you're a Mila Birchas Kriya Shema, what do? Right? What can you be, where can you have a hefsek, and where you're not allowed to be mafsek, right? So we said that the main points are in Kaddish, you can always answer Amen Yehi Shmei Rabbah, wherever you are, except for between Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, Baruch Shem Kivay Malchus Halim. Those words, from there you're not allowed to break for anything. If you said Shema Yisrael Hashem and you didn't say Baruch Shem, you can't say Amen Yehi Shmei Rabbah. There you don't. But anywhere else you are, you can always say Amen Yehi Shmei Rabbah. You can answer, right? Right? And you can always answer Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Okay? These are the main focal points of the tefillah. So there you're allowed to say. Let's see Dalet now. Elo hafsakos she'amarnu mutar lahafsik be'emtza haperik. The hafsakas that we said, where you can break in between. Okay, we made the here. So just remember, we had the bracha of Yitzhar, then we have a Hava Rabbah and Emes for Yatzav, right? And we spoke about where you can, where there are different sections where you have a break, right? Where you can answer and what you want to do in between those sections, right? Right? So when you're in the bracha, so you want to at least finish a certain idea. Whatever you're davening, wherever you are in the bracha, finish that idea, finish that pasuk, finish that theme that you're in, and then answer. Try to gauge your time. In other words, he's telling you, try to gauge it. So if you see you're a Mila Birchas Kriya Shema, or wherever you are, or you're in Kriya Shema, you hear he just starts doing Chazaras Hashatz. So you know you have like 40 seconds, maybe if you're lucky, you have 40 seconds, right? Till he gets the Kedusha, right? Till he gets the Kedusha, where you can have the Kaddish. So try to arrange yourself to be in a place where you'll be able to answer the Kaddish.
So, but if you're still doing the silent Amida, when you're doing the Chazars,
yeah.
Do you still you stop doing?
You stop, yeah. You stop.
But you don't say.
There's a machlekes, the Magen Avram, and the Machzor. There's a big machlekes. Some say no matter where you are in Shmon Esrei, if they're saying Kaddish, you could stop there, and then you just start again that section. So if you were in a not in the middle of a bracha,
you stop there, but do you say Kaddish?
You could say the Kaddish.
Some say.
Yes, the Kaddish. Not that some say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ve'umhu b'Kriya Shema yichaven sheyavs hefsek bein pasuk lepasuk. So if you're in Kriya Shema, so at least finish the sentence. Yeah. You know, you have the breaker, we have the sentence. So finish the sentence and then answer the Kaddish, answer the Amen Yehi Shmei Rabbah. Or the Baruch Hu, you can answer Baruch Hu. Okay. The im efshe, but if that's impossible, mutar loy lahafsek afilu be'emsa pasuk. You can even answer in the middle of the pasuk, but what then you do? The yaschel achakach mitchila pasuk. Then, if you're in the middle of a pasuk, you're in the middle of a sentence, so say the Kaddish in the middle of the sentence. Oh. Inyana diyayma. Well, it's after 10 after 8. Wow. Well, okay, I'm sorry.
Maybe we should. So we can continue. Maybe next time
we'll go upstairs. We'll go upstairs. Yeah. It will. You could start. Okay, so we'll stop over here. We finished anyway. We finished. Baruch Hashem. Yeah. We finished Baruch Hashem. I'm sorry to the library minion over there.
So tomorrow we'll go upstairs. Start upstairs.
We'll start upstairs. Okay, so everyone have a wonderful day. Go B'Sayres Tayvais.